This is a keyboard. Notice how the black keys are being grouped together in groups of 2 or 3. When we play on the keyboard on the right side, we will hear a high sound such as. When we play on the left side of the keyboard, we will hear a low sound such as. The piano has 88 keys, and the one on the left side of the 2 black keys is called C, but there are many C's, and the fourth one would be called middle C. There are 8 C's on the piano in total. So how can we represent all of these keys, all of these 88 keys on paper? It started with the church. Mr. Guido used his hand and pointed up or down in the space between fingers or on the finger itself to guide the congregation to sing high or low. But it was very approximate. On paper, our fingers could be represented by lines such as these. In the Middle Ages, these squares and diamonds, dark spots that you see are called nones. But let's get back to our 88 keys on the piano. Take a look again at our keys. How many different white keys do you see? The answer is 7. Remember, as mentioned before, the white key on the left of the 2 black keys is named C. They have different register, high or low, but it's the same name. Since the piano is made up of only 7 different white keys repeated, we can use 7 letters to describe them. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. At this point you may ask, well, what about the blank keys? There are 5 different ones of them repeated. Well, we can invent other symbols. Remember how to find C on the left side of the 2 black keys? With C we can find F. And with F, what is that black key? Write about it. Well, it turns out moving from F to that black key is moving to the nearest key, which is also called a half step or semitone. As we devise a symbol really like a tic-tac-toe, and that symbol is called A sharp. What if we move from G to that same black key? Well, that symbol is called A flat. And so the same black key can be called 2 different names, F sharp or G flat. But eventually the 5 lines were adopted as a convention for writing music. The 5 lines are called staff. Staffs have lines and space, but if we use all of them, we wouldn't be able to cover 88 keys. So we have invented something to denote everything that's above that middle C, the 4th C from the left. We have that squiggly thing called treble clef. What about the left side of middle C, the lower register? Well, there is a new symbol called the bass clef. In this picture, you can see how the bass clef and the treble clef relates to the low and the high side of the keyboard, the middle C being the middle, highlighted in yellow. There is a way to memorize notes. If we take just line notes with the treble clef, it's E, G, B, D, F, and we can memorize that as a phrase. Every good boy does fine. I prefer this one. Empty garbage before that, flips. You can also do the same with the bass clef. G, B, D, F, A could be memorized as good boys do fine always. Similarly, one can also memorize the space notes instead, only 4 of them. Face for the treble clef, and all cows eat grass for the bass clef. So in conclusion, you have to choose. Either memorize the space notes for both clefs, or memorize the line notes for both clefs. There's another symbol that we need to recognize. It's the octave sign. It's number 8. 8 notes above and below. In this case, 8 notes above. So that middle C is actually the same thing as, yes, the space C on the 3rd space, which is right there on that keyboard that you see. Similarly, if the octave sign is below the staff, such as this, it would mean that it's not that note, but 8 notes below, the other C. We could see this on the keyboard. That particular C would be then C3.